ഇവന്റ് പോസ്റ്റർ ആയില്ല.
Here we are in yet another match of the ICL Season 2 2024 between Mysore Legends and Bangalore Giants. Hello. This is the 10th match of the Indian Cricket League Season 2. Indian Cricket League Season 2 2024 between both the teams from the same state. Mysore Legends versus the IT capital, Bangalore Giants. Mysore Legends winning the toss and opting to field. Starting the proceedings for Mysore Legends is Syed Ashik, and on strike is Ratish Pujari. Giving him company is Jivan Gangadharan, the skipper. Bangalore Giants opening their scoring mark with the second delivery through Bice, which counted them 4 runs. So at present the score is on 5 after 4 deliveries completed. Mysore Legends are playing a very young side, and they have got many surprises already in the matches they have played. They stand at number 3 in the points table with 2 victories from 3 matches. They have beaten 2 strong teams, Mangalore Masters and IGM Mumbai Marathas, having lost a solid by 3 wickets. Whereas with Red Bats Bengaluru Giants, they have played 2 games, having lost 1 and won a thriller in the previous game against IGM Mumbai Marathas by 1 run. They have had 2 close matches so far. They have a change in the opening pair, with the captain going up the order this time. Opening the batting with the regular opener of Ratish Pujari. After completion of 1 over, score is at 5 for no loss. Giving Ashik company from the other end is Mohammad Rizwan Saber. Saber comes with almost 1098 wickets, just 2 short of 1100 wickets from his 997 matches, with a best of 6 for 19. That's exactly what his team would need from him today. He starts off well with 2 dot deliveries. Rizwan starting off well from his first 3 deliveries, giving away just a single. Joined with me is Mr. Harish at this time. Mr. Harish, a quick question. What do you think about both the teams and how close the contest is going to be and it's a surprise seeing two teams from the same state playing against each other, and a very young brigade against a very experienced lineup of Red Bats. What do you take on this game?
Thank you, Mithun, for having me here, and also thanks to the management of NAS. It's such a lovely tournament, and it's a real pleasure to be here and watch these games. Almost all the games have been like very close, and and you've been doing a very wonderful job, Mithun. I've been following you all these games on the commentary, and it's really a pleasure to hear you as well. Okay, coming back to this game, Red Bats versus Mysore Legends. I think both the teams have a mix of youth and experience. That is what I can say. Um, Mysore Legends have a few under 19, and Red Bats also have a few under 19 players who have represented at the UA level. So I think it's a good experience for all of them to come out here and showcase their skills and talent. And I like the way Mysore Legends have started. They started with pace from one end, and from the another end, they got their main spinner Rizwan Sabir to do the job for them.
Well said, Mr. Harish. That was actually a very expensive drop. Dropping the catch of the skipper Jeevan. For what we know, he is a very superb talented player who can take the game a long way and single-handedly win matches for the team. Though, as you rightly said, we have a couple of young talented under 19 players playing in both the sides, and to be said, more of excellent spinners. And again, seeing the bowling attack of both the sides, it is definitely going to be yet another thriller is what on the cards. We hope again this match also goes to the wire, and how exactly we are all awaiting such a game, and no match has been a one-sided game so far, and we have seen a lot of talented performances, especially from the bowlers so far. So let's see if this is the game we can see the batsmen also coming on top. That's an excellent boundary from Ratish. That's the first boundary of the Red Bats innings. He was sitting on 2 runs of 9 deliveries. With that boundary, he moves on to 6 of 10. Jeevan getting an all-important life in the last ball of the last over. And with the way Red Bats have started off cautiously, and they have a lot of firepower towards the end. And holding back a player who opened last time is not an easy task with the entire batting lineup what they have. And hopefully, let's see, Mr. Harish, how exactly this game goes, because even I am thrilled to see both these teams, because knowing each and every player in both the teams, it is going to be an even contest.
Well, Mithun, this Ashik looks a very good bowler. He's got a good rhythm, and he runs in and delivers at quite a speed. But the previous delivery you saw, that was like a width offer to someone like Jeevan, and that was a well played boundary. So Mithun, what is your prediction for today? I know both the teams are good, and bowling first, Anoop's team. What kind of total would they be looking at? Restricting to.
With the way Bengaluru Giants have started, and the pair that I'm seeing right now in front, and with the people who are padded up, I predict a 160, 170. But Anoop and his boys would definitely be looking at something around 130, 140, because they know the kind of bowling these guys are going to face. And let's not take any step back because even Anoop's team as well is batting deep and adding the experience of a really experienced campaigner who has played Ranji and represented his state team, Mr. Praveen Achudan. He too is playing this game, so it's going to be an even Stevens contest if you see, because we have two Ranji players, ex Ranji players in either of the teams. We have Ryan D'Souza from the Bengaluru Giants team, and we have Praveen Achudan on the other. So it's going to be an excellent game, and with knowing Anoop, the way he handles the youngsters is a tremendous way to lead the side. And again, let's not take any credit away from the Bengaluru Giants team as well, because so far this boy Monish, who was relatively unknown, has done a really tremendous job so far. And let's not again forget yet another good name, Hardik Pai, the X factor of the Mysore Legends team. So it's going to be an even contest. Let's see where the pendulum swings. It's too early to even predict a score at this moment.
Yes, Mithun, very well said. And again, it is Rizwan Sabir with the second over. And that's the first wicket. Trying to go for that sweep on the leg side. Almost a full toss, right?
It was actually a full toss, almost converted into an Yorker, where he just sneaking under the bat and getting bowled. But that's the only way we know how Ratish knows how to play. It's loggerheads. He literally likes to go head on with the ball, and he's played against his actual way of playing. That's the first casualty for Bengaluru Giants in the form of Ratish Pujari. Joining him is just the person that we spoke a few minutes back. Ryan D'Souza. So Ryan D'Souza is in now, and this pair holds the key of creating a partnership.
I think that was a real intelligent bowling from Rizwan Sabir. I mean, Ratish was probably expecting a faster one like he bowls generally. And this time around, Rizwan bowled it a bit slower in the air. And Ratish couldn't read it, and he just went for a sweep shot and missed the line and the length completely to get out bowled. So this has been the case always with Mysore Legend, bowling with the one side with the pacer and another side with the spinner, right?
That's an appeal in the first ball against Ryan D'Souza, and that's the wicket. That's the all important wicket that Mysore Legends were looking at. That's a second ball duck for Ryan D'Souza. Something what the Mysore Legends were really looking after, but something again on the flip side, the Bengaluru Giants did not want at this time. That's 2 wickets down in this over. Rizwan Sabir proving why he is the dependent one in the power play. He's picked up 2 important wickets. It's actually something what the team never wanted. That Bengaluru Giants seeing the back of Ryan D'Souza coming back to the pavilion is something what they never wanted. But on the other side, Mysore Legends are ecstatic of getting that wicket. They are literally on top at this moment. But again, replacing Ryan D'Souza is yet another youngster who has proved a lot in the entire UAE circuit for with his all-round performances, Mohammad Ajmal. So again, a very interesting pair that to see what exactly both these can put on, and now is the key because this is the pair that has to do it for them in the top order.
Yes, indeed, it's a big wicket. Ryan D'Souza, someone who has been in a very good form of late, and uh, and this wicket has come at the right time for Mysore Legends because we know how Ryan D'Souza can take away the game single-handedly. And as you said again, enter Mohammad Ajmal, another good talent in the domestic circuit out here. And I've seen him even bowl also with a great accuracy. So let's see what he has to offer with the bat, and I'm sure we're going to witness a good game overall.
Here on, let's not write off the 2 wickets that have gone. Yet to come for the Bengaluru Giants still is Krishna Kumar, Bipin Baswaraj, Rakshit AR, Riaz Abdullah, Shanib Kasta, and Veera Pandey. These are all no mugs with the bat. So it's too early for the Mysore Legends team to even think of even relaxing to 1%. They will definitely have to be on the toes if they have to pick up all these wickets. And the Bengaluru Giants have put on a excellent team today against Mysore Legends. So let's hope that they bat deep.
Yes, Mithun, and especially I've seen Veerapan coming down the order and playing a few cameos. Veerapandian. So it will be interesting. Probably he could get a promotion up the order today. Let's see.
Now, with the think tank on what they think about Veera Pandyan, I don't think so. He would definitely go before the 12th over. Because he is known for that last icing on the cake. That's the way he plays. So they would definitely need someone of his caliber to be there down to just go hunt for leather. Now we have another spinner being introduced. Jishnu Sunil Kumar replacing Syed Ashik. So we have spin from both the ends. That's a wicket. That's the all important wicket of the skipper Jeevan Gangadharan. What a way to start by Jishnu. Picking up Jeevan's wicket in his very third ball without even giving one run. And now he would be high on his confidence. He's really pulled off the main wicket.
That seemed to be like a rush of blood. 2 wickets down for 15 and playing that kind of a shot was not there at all. I think Jeevan could have waited for a few hours more and played the waiting game. Because what I could see is that he was the one who could have anchored the innings till the end.
There are 2 factors to consider during this point for the Bengaluru Giants team. Is like he has already lost 2 of his main players from the other end, and on top of it, the Mysore Legends bowlers have bowled such an immaculate line and length. They've just given away 15 runs in 4.3 overs. Both the factors playing a big thing on the mind. Maybe that must be, as you rightly said, the rush of blood of getting at least the scoring rate high, which costed him in his wicket.
And as the famous commentator Ravi Shastri says, here they have drawn 1, 2 and 3 bloods already.
That's rightly said. It's actually something that we can never forget of getting an interesting remark from the legend himself. But in joins in Krishna Kumar, an excellent talent, a member of an excellent company that he plays for, and he is an excellent all-rounder. Let's not forget he is a left-arm spinner and a left-hand batter. And who can forget that all-important wicket of Sandeep Singh Sandhi that he pulled off a blinder of a catch in the wide long-on region, running almost 15 to 20 yards to get that catch. I would rate it as one of the top catches of the tournament. As we said, these guys bat real deep. So every wicket, they don't have time to relax.
So Redbacks Bangalore needs a decent partnership now to come back into the game. And now these players at the center. Oh, that was a bad miss. Bad miss. I think that was a edge that was dropped down. But having said that, Mithun, it's always it's not that easy. When the ball is wicketkeeper staying that close to the stumps, and probably the bowler fired that ball and it came at quite a good pace. A faint edge. So as you can see, these guys, Mysore legends, they're putting the pressure, and it's a maiden wicket. It's a good over. Yeah. So 2 maidens in a row for Mysore legends. One from Rizwan Sabir and the other from Jishnu.
Who said that T20 is only for batsmen? Seeing 2 back-to-back maidens in a T20 is always a rare sight. But here we are, 2 bowlers who have bowled immaculate line length, got wickets. They've shed 3 wickets amongst them in that maiden. So we have had a 3-wicket double maiden, which is one of a very rare sight that we can see. You can see the positive intent and the spring that the fielders have at this moment. They are on high and not giving a bit of a chance even for the Bengaluru Giants to get off the mark. They are really tottering at this time. A risky call. They have actually spilled 2 chances already. One at covers and secondly by the keeper, but still they are on high. Just 15 runs in 5.2 with just 4 balls remaining in the power play. That's a no ball. That's a no ball. That's a freebie now. This can be the ball that Krishna Kumar can use to loosen up his arms.
Well, Mithun, I always like the NASS ground pitch. It's a kind of even Steven, If the batsmen apply themselves, they can definitely score some runs. At the same time, bowlers also have a lot to take out of this pitch. And we have seen a lot of games here, and you've seen that it's been like both the bowlers as well as batters have enjoyed playing here. But in this particular tournament, probably the bowlers are more enjoyed, bowling on this kind of wickets, which is very rare we see in this part of the world.
A freebie missed by Krishna Kumar, and rightly said. Ever since NAS started off this ground, I have been a part of it playing regularly as well, and I would definitely accept on the fact that it has been an even Stevens pitch. There is a lot of respect for good shots. It's not like the other pitches where we say any batsman can come and go from first ball 1. And bowlers, no words to say. Secondly, with the UAE winters, it's just honey on the cake. But spinners bowling excellent throughout. That's a rare full toss, a freebie. That's a boundary to Ajmal through extra cover. The much needed boundary. I think they are just breaking the shackle at this moment. because for Bengaluru Giants, it's now or never because they cannot afford to lose yet another wicket. And these two are excellent runners between the wickets as well. So it's just not about boundaries and sixes, it's about even quick singles and doubles, wherein they need to keep their calling crisp and ensure that they don't play a fall shot at least till the 10th over, so that they give a launch pad for the remainder of the batting order to go for the hunt in the last 10.
Yeah, Midun, as you said, breaking the shackles, that's the way to go about it at this point of time, because if you allow the bowlers, the fielding team to come on top of you, then they really come on to you. So try to give respect to the good balls and try to punish the loose balls coming along their way. So that is what I've seen in the last over. I could see that free flowing drives on the offside and a sweep as well here. So all in one, looks good for the moment, both of these batsmen. And let's hope for the Red Bat Bangalore that they keep playing like this and build a kind of a partnership.
Now, as rightly said, there is a lot of pressure on the shoulders of both these batsmen to carry the innings further, because though they have batsmen behind, they just shouldn't leave the responsibility on their shoulders. They should take it upon them and build this partnership, which is more important. And Rizwan, 3 excellent overs in the power play with 1 maiden, 2 wickets and 9 runs. It's a dream start or a dream spell for the Mysore Legends team. It's an excellent quick single between both these batsmen, some good understanding. And I think they will have to definitely play out of their skins to ensure that they reach that figure of 150, 160 as we earlier said. Let's hope these both batsmen really pull that show off, and we'll see how exactly these guys can move on to reach that figure. Because with 22 runs from the first 6 overs and 14 overs remaining, they will definitely have to put on a show to reach the target. And let's again, considering the bowling yet to come, it's not going to be easy. But again, just putting one word simple, both these players are class players of their own. They definitely know how to carry an innings along, and they have done it before. And they have played some good level of cricket. So let's hope that they put on an excellent fighting total against the young brigade Mysore Legends.
Generally, we would say go for it in the power play. Make use of the power play. Hit some boundaries, get some boundaries and all that. But now, at this point of time, they would say, let's rotate. Let's rotate strike. Take singles and doubles and keep the scoreboard ticking. Meanwhile, there was a good sweep down here to a square leg region. Good looking shot. If Jishnu keeps bowling over there any day, Krishna Kumar is going to punish him over there. Yeah, and he's very strong on the leg side. And any batsman coming from the Asian continent, you put them on their pads and you'll get the result. Again, a good looking shot and good bit of fielding down there at the deep extra cover, restricting the batsman to only 2 runs.
They are just getting themselves back together. Already 6 of the first 4 deliveries of Jishnu. And imagine this was the bowler which they had exactly given a maiden in the previous one. But after the field has opened up, scoring has become easy for the Bengaluru Giants. That's yet another boundary. So 10 runs of the last 3 deliveries. Last 4 deliveries in short. So already 12 coming off the over with 1 ball left to go. They have creeped up their current run rate almost to 5, and they will definitely want to be building from here. As I said again, these two are the people who have to put it on. They have to definitely give a launching platform for the rest of the batsmen to follow. If not, take it upon themselves, decide a total and play over it. That's a leg by to end the over. At the completion of 7 overs, it's 35 for the loss of 3 crucial wickets. Current run rate at 5. From here on, if they carry on from with the same current run rate, they would reach 100. But that's exactly not what the Bengaluru Giants will need. They will definitely try for a 150. And let's wait for another 13 overs to see what exactly they have in mind. And they're going to set the Mysore Legends team.
Yes, indeed, there's a small little partnership building up here, and it looks good for red bats at the moment. End of 7 overs, and you can see 35. At one stage, they were like 15 for 3. So, a 20-run partnership. And if they can carry on from here for another 5 to 6 more overs and build up a good partnership. Meanwhile, there's a bowling change at this end, and Atul has been introduced into the attack. He's also a very good left arm spinner, and as you can see, that was a good ball, not giving any room to the batsman. He could just play it down to extra cover and slowly take that single. 13 overs to go. What is the total that we are looking at now?
If you ask me, I would definitely say red bats need to take at least 8 and over from here. So that would somewhere reach up to about 130, 140. At least on a minimum scale, they should try reaching 100 from here by the 15th over. Then we have a game on the hand. That is more important on how exactly we would carry on from there. Bengaluru Giants are seriously, there is a lot of silence in the dugout what we see right now. They would definitely want both these batsmen to really be there at least till the 12th or the 13th over, so that they can have the rest of them just go with a free mind to go for it.
Looking at the way the game is going on right now and the pitch conditions, I think anything in excess of 135, 140, I think should be a good fighting total. And come second innings, probably the conditions are going to ease out, and for the batsmen to, uh, yeah, the dew factor could come into play as well for the bowlers to grip the ball. And batting would be a bit easy, I feel, in the second innings. So they have to target about 140 plus to start with. And if they can do that, post a decent total by 15 overs, and then the last 5 overs, as I said, they can launch the attack to the opposition. Meanwhile, a very good over coming up here from Atul. 2 dot balls, and that has been pulled away down to deep square leg, and they pick up a single. 3 of the over. End of over number 8, the score reads 38 for the loss of 3 wickets.
It's a very interesting the way so far Anup has used his bowlers. I think just one solitary medium pacer, and I can see a lot of spinners everywhere. So it's a very clever strategy, and that shows why he opted to field first. Because definitely today we had wins in the last couple of days, which was playing even Stevens for both the teams. But today being not so much of a windy day, being just a cold evening, definitely after a certain point of time, dew is definitely going to play a crucial factor, which is actually going to create a lot of issue for the opposite team spinners. That's the Bengaluru Giants spinners to grip the ball and really control the turn, which is going to be a tough ask.
Well, that has been Anoop's team's strength always. The spinners are his strengths, as you can see in the previous games as well. Couple of good off spinners, one leg spinner. Rather, I would say two left arm spinners as well. So good spinners in the mix, and he's using them quite well as well. So Jishnu is continuing. He's into his third over, right?
Yesterday's game, we at last got a chance to see IJ Mumbai Marathas getting onto the points table. That's yet another wicket. Most unneeded dismissal at this time for the Bengaluru Giants. Mohammad Ajmal fancying his chances against Jishnu for a maximum, being holed out by Aryan Saxena. An excellent, well judged catch just at the line. That's wicket number 4. Mohammad Ajmal departing. A wicket which they never would have wanted at this time. But as rightly said, we have Shanib being pushed up the order to resurrect the innings now. And let's again say he is not a bad mug with the bat. We have seen him play some brilliant cameos in the past. And definitely we will look forward to see the same kind of an innings which he can definitely stitch along with Krishna Kumar. And again, it's very difficult to actually think at this point of time on what is the score that they are looking at in mind.
Well, that was a very, very good catch by that young lad, Aryan Saxena. Everything was right about that catch, if we saw it here. Eyes on the ball, well balanced. Everything was right about that catch. So the fourth wicket has fallen, and now they are in a bit of trouble here. Not a good sight to watch for Red Bats Bangalore. And now is the time for the Mysore Legends to put more pressure and get into the lower middle order.
An excellent delivery first up from Jishnu to Shanib. Jishnu is bowling a brilliant spell at this point with giving away just 13 runs, going halfway into his third over, and has picked up 2 crucial wickets, breaking the partnership which looked promising of his second delivery in this over of Mohammad Ajmal. He would definitely love to get one more in this over, but unfortunately a rare extra from the Mysore Legends team. This is the first wide being really bold. Attempt to a sweep and beaten yet again. Jishnu asking questions to Shanib right up early in his batting innings. We are here witnessing the match between Mysore Legends and Bengaluru Giants, an all Karnataka derby, as we would rightly say if we were back in India. That's the end of 9 overs. Bengaluru Giants on 40 for the loss of 4 wickets. That to 4 important wickets. The current run rate, they are at 4.44. They're way behind if their run rate in case they have to put in a total of 140 par. But I'm sure they would definitely have thought about a score because Krishna Kumar is again a very experienced campaigner. Joining him is Shanib. He's also quite an experienced player. We have the likes of Bipin Baswaraj, Rakshit Ayar, and Veerapandian yet to go. I still stick by my score of 150.
Well, meanwhile, they have brought in Ashik back into the bowling attack, and that's a good ploy. Yeah, he's changed ends as well. So let's see what's on offer for Ashik from this end. 40 for the loss of 4 wickets in 9 overs. With a left-hander on, I would be very tempted to bring a off-spinner as well into the attack as quickly as possible.
I would definitely agree with you on that, and it might be all for a reason of having his last 10 covered. He's still holding back to his trump card, Hardik, who has given him that impetus so far in this entire tournament. And I hope that this over can be the right. That's a miss. That's a costly miss, giving away free 4 runs by Anup. We normally do not see this kind of a keeping from Anup, but he literally lost sight, is what I believe. He is an excellent keeper any given day. Ashik rightly being bought from this end. He's bowling his first over from this end, and I think Anup has got his entire bowlers covered well. As we see, he has already used 4 bowlers, and all of them have given them as maximum. Ashik bowling is third, Atul just 1 over, Rizwan has bowled 3 overs, Jishnu has bowled 3 overs. So it's very interesting on how he's going to use all these bowlers again going forward, because Atul has 3 up his sleeves and he's still yet to bring Atul. He's still yet to bring Hardik. So let's see how exactly he's going to rotate with his bowlers.
Ashik looks really very nippy and he's got some pace. I've watched him in the previous games also, and I was really impressed with this player. He's got a good action as well. Just needs to work on his line and length a bit. And Anup would not like it, but we would like to say that's a bit too much for Anup, yeah, this pace. No, but that was a tough to catch that ball, the previous ball that he, that ball was way outside the off stump and probably swung a lot after pitching. And it went in between Anup and the first slip.
Rightly said, Ashik is quick. It's a misfield by Arun. Batsmen end up getting 2 runs. That's some excellent running. This is exactly, they will have to look at converting 1s into 2s and 2s into 3s if they have to reach to a very decent total for them to defend. Let's not forget, this is a team that has defended a total of 147 against a star-studded IGM Mumbai Marathas team in the previous game, winning that match by 1 run. Who knows? We were all on the edge of our seats in that entire last over.
Well, it's a rebuilding phase again for Red Bats Bangalore. And that's a quick single that was taken. Just tapped that ball into the gully region and that single was stolen. The last ball coming up of this over. Again, a good looking ball and equally well played. Down to point, and at the end of 10 overs, the score exactly 50.
So at the end of 10 overs, they get back their run rate that they were going at 5 again. They reached 50. So here on, we are talking about 100 runs from the next 10. I'm not leaving hopes, having known each and every boys in that dugout. They definitely can pull it off on their given day. Let's hope if it is their day, and let's see if we can give that kind of a total to the Mysore Legends team to chase down.
Law of averages on this ground. I don't think it says 10 and over in the last 10 overs. But having said that, never know. I mean, they are quite capable of getting 10 runs in a row from here on. If the likes of Virapadian and Bipin, Krishna Kumar and Shani, they get going. Rakshit as well. So anything is possible. As in cricket, they say you cannot, say anything till the last ball is bowled. So by the end of 20 overs, it could be 160.
Let's not forget there is one more batsman that we never even mentioned so far is Riaz Abdullah. He is on his day he can destroy any bowling attack. So that is one more batsman to be wary of. Let's see. I'm sure Anup would have thought about a lot of bags up his sleeve, tricks up his sleeves right now. He is definitely one person who knows most of the players in the UAE circuit, and he has a couple of tricks always planned through this entire phase of the innings. He would be a really happy captain at this point with the way the things have gone and the way his boys have bowled. That's played uppishly to the covers for just a single by Krishna Kumar. It's all important, and the entire responsibility is on Krishna Kumar's shoulder to anchor the innings here on, ensuring that he holds one end up so the rest of the batsmen around him can go leather hunt. That must be absolutely the plan that Red Bats would be thinking at this point. An excellent piece of fielding by Rizwan. It's tremendous piece of fielding and rightly sent by Krishna Kumar. Rizwan has yet another name. He has of a bullet shoulder. He literally has a bullet throw, and that would have been yet another wicket if they had set off for the run. Shanab is playing on 3. This partnership is worth 13 of 14 deliveries so far. It's played towards the square leg region for a single. That's the end of 11 overs. Bangalore Giants on 53 for the loss of 4 wickets. So there, Anup brings in the 5th bowler. Who can forget the spell that he had against the defending champions in game number 1 of the tournament? 5 wickets against them is not writing off an exceptional talent. As we have seen through the tournament, we have seen a lot of youngsters coming of age, and it's not easy playing against such seasonal pros in this tournament, and they have put their hands up and given their captains a lot of confidence and proved themselves that they are here and they are not kids anymore. That's why I always say kids are of age and they are the next generation that's coming up. Is pretty talented considering even what we have seen in the UAE team. They are pretty talented kids, but they need to take one step at a time. And the only reason I always say this is most of the kids these days get lost in stardom, and that's exactly what I would not. And I would like to see these kids go ahead a long way. Boundaries have been rare coming, and there's one from Shanib's bat. Shanib moving on to 8 from 13 deliveries with that boundary, and partnership to 18 of 19. Hardik Pai into his first over. That's an appeal for an obstruction of field. Turned down by the umpires. He's given away just 4 runs from his 5 deliveries by a boundary. Shana facing the last ball of Hardik Pai's over. Misfielded by the point fielder. That's a rare sight of a misfield from the Mysore Legends team. That's 2 runs being added to the total. After 12, Bangalore Giants are on 59 for the loss of 4 wickets. Ashik being introduced into his second over. Sorry, it's Atul being brought back into the attack. So here on we have 6 overs, 3 from Atul and 3 from Hardik already in store. And 1 over from Razwan and 1 over from Ashik. I think his 8 overs are covered. And let's see how exactly Anup is going to rotate these bowlers around. They will definitely have to restrict the Red Bats team under 100 if they have to make amends for the run rate. They definitely having been playing their fourth game. They definitely have to work towards their run rate as well going forward in this tournament. With the way we see it's going, I am 100% sure there's going to be a tussle and a hustle for the run rate. That's exactly what I would put it as, and let's see for the top 4, yes. But the teams that really we have to look out, because IGM Mumbai Marathas having won their first game, they need to, that's the wicket. Is that a commentator's curse of saying to up the run rate, and there goes the wicket of Shanib. Shanib falls by scoring 11 runs of 18 deliveries.
Shanib never got into a good position to play that shot. And that ball kept a bit low as well and got bowled. So a good breakthrough for team Mysore Legends, and Red Bats, they lose their 5th wicket. in the form of Shanib, and the score reads 62. From here on, in the next 7 overs, if they can score at least, say, 7 runs an over, so that will take them over the 100 mark. And I think, as we say, low scores are always tricky ones. So anything, yeah, 112 being defended. And yesterday, you saw IGM chasing 94 yesterday in 12 overs. And the first match against IGM as well, Mysore Legend, they scored 111 and IGM could score only 106. So nothing can be taken easy at this point of time. So if they can target from here at least a 110 or a 120 also, they can make a good game out of that.
Rightly said, because if I calculate 7 overs with 7 runs, 49, that would make at least they should try reaching a total of 120 to put on a defendable total for their bowlers. An important phase of the game, which spinners, we're talking about 4 spinners with 1 medium pacer, and there is another medium pacer, Shoaib Khan, who Anup is still not used. So he is just using his spinner, seeing the condition of the wicket, and can they put on 3 victories on the table? They will be the first team to put on 3 victories on the table. So let's hope that this match goes to the wire. We have already seen a couple of one-sided matches in this tournament so far, and with the way things are shaping out, they have 3 excellent, both these batsmen, excellent runners between the wickets. Let's not forget we have Veerapandian and we have Riaz Abdullah and Bipin, 3 of them yet to go. Definitely these batsmen will have to take a few chances to get the momentum up for the Bangalore Giants team.
Mysore Legends have so far won 2 out of their 3 games, right? And the one game that they lost, I mean, that was pure heroics by Shakir Haidru. He played a marvelous knock that day and just took away the game.
We have Hardik to bowl his second over now. That's the wicket. That's his first wicket. And that's Rakshit back into the hut, scoring just 1 of 3 deliveries. That's the 6th wicket down for 63. That is a lot of turn from the wicket, and batsmen are literally struggling. They definitely have to get their eyes in. It is not that kind of a wicket where you can go from ball 1. So, departing Rakshit, enters Bipin Baswaraj. Bipin is another good batsman who has a good range of shots through the ground, and rightly playing for his right franchisee as well. As I can see, he is the only one person who is a typical Bangalorean over here. So, hope he can put on a show right now, and that's the loyalty towards the franchise. I agree absolutely with Harish on this, and yes, let's see if he can really pull this off or stitch a good partnership in the next 3-4 overs, and with the likes of Riaz and Veera still to go. If they should at least target 120 from here on.
This should be an interesting contest between Hardik and Krishna Kumar. Off spinner against a left hander. It's always a treat to watch when the ball is spinning, turning outside the off stump. And you could see that last delivery pitched outside the off stump and spun a bit. That has been cut down, but good fielding by Atul. Saved a certain couple of runs over there. So now they are in a bit of bother, Bangalore Red Bats. 65 for 6. Things not looking too good at the moment for Bangalore Red Bats. Still a couple of good players to come, but still they have to play out of their skins now to post a total of around 100, 120 plus.
So after 14, score is at 66 for 6. Bipin playing Atul. He starts off with a dot. It's really difficult scoring against this young brigade, Mysore legends. And a try to a drive, top edge, flying over the slip for a double. That's 2 runs, 2 valuable runs being added to the Bangalore Giants team. So that takes them to 68 for 6 wickets with 34 balls to go. It was a cheeky single. Had the fielder collected it on the first go, would have resulted in a wicket. But knowing Krishna Kumar, he is a tremendous runner between wickets. So that's 3 runs of 3 deliveries, 3 balls yet to go in the 15th. We are almost towards the business end of the first innings. That's a quicker one down the leg side. That's a wide. I'm very impressed with the kind of bowling that Mysore Legends have done throughout this tournament so far, wherein they have bowled some excellent lengths and they have bowled in pairs. It's not only about the batsmen when we talk about in pairs, it's also about the bowlers. There is always, it's just not partnerships when it comes to batsmen, it's also partnerships between bowlers. Because if one gets a tap, it's difficult for the other to come. But they have not let that happen. They have restricted the batsman and they have bowled well to the field that has been set by the captain, which is absolutely a delight for any captain to watch. So that's yet another single being added to the score. Last ball of the 15th over. And after this, we start the last 5. They definitely have to rock it from here. And that's the first positive intent shot from Krishna Kumar. That's a maximum. He is the lone ranger standing for the Bangalore Giants at this point. He moves on to 30 of 29 deliveries. He's seen wickets falling in heaps from the other side. No one has really had the intention of moving on with singles and doubles and making sure he gets the maximum of the strike. And that's the end of the 15th over. Red Bat Bengaluru Giants are on 78 for the loss of 6 wickets.
That previous ball from Atul was asking for punishment and he got the punishment. Hit all the way for a huge 6. Krishna Kumar looks like a very settled batsman in the middle, and if you bowl that line and length to him, is going to punish you any day. Well, it's really very cold out here. Sitting in the com box, we are shivering. And that's over and above the mid-wicket area. That's a beautiful connection. Ball was a fuller in length on the middle stump, and he's been hiked away into the stands. Well, now is the time to apply some pressure on the bowlers. And that's inner edge. Trying to play that same shot again, and an overthrow as a result. Not too good from the field over there. There was never a requirement for a throw, and this time bowling it a bit slower. Taking an outer edge and just going down to point region. Trying to push for that second one, but there's no two in that. Rightly sent back by Krishna Kumar. They take a single. The score moves up to 68. Sorry, 87. 87 for the loss of 6 wickets. So it's again a very good experience for all these youngsters and all these young guns bowling in the slog overs as well, trying to restrict the onslaught. Again, that's cut down and 2 runs easily taken. Bit sloppy on the field. First down there by the fielder, and then Anup also missed the ball, resulting in 3 runs.
In the context of the game, if you ask me, this is the most expensive over so far. Already 12 runs coming off it. That's some excellent piece of running by the Bengaluru Giants batsman. They put on 3 runs. Last ball of the 16th. Cut late. Excellent piece of fielding there. Just the 1 run. And that's the end of 16. Red Bats having some impetus into the scoring range right now. They've reached 91 for the loss of 6 wickets. Last 4 overs, from here on, if they can score 10 and over, which is a difficult task in this wicket what they're playing in. But with the way they started off the last over and the previous one, it is somewhere around, they would look at something around 130 as a realistic to 130, 140 at a realistic total. Still, considering both these batsmen have been striking the ball well.
Slowly, but surely, they're reaching that 120 target. So Rizwan Sabir coming into the attack. That was played down to the fine leg. Good bit of work from the field over there and can't restrict the batsman from taking 2 runs. That falls into the no man.
They creep closer to the 100 mark. That's exactly they would be looking at. That's hit in the air. It looked like a casual attempt, but he pulled off an excellent catch. That's the 7th wicket down, and as we rightly said, they will have to go after every ball now on. And now goes in Veerapandian, the person who has always given the finishing touch to the innings in the last couple of games for the Red Bats team. Let's see what exactly he can do here on. For the first time, we have seen the current run rate of the Bengaluru Giants team more than 5. They're at 5.76. Enters Veera. Let's see where he can get the team to with 3.2 overs to go.
So 97 for the loss of 8 wickets now. So two back-to-back wickets for Atul in this over. Does a very very good job to pluck it.
So in goes the man of crisis, Riaz Abdullah. Let's see what he can put on from here. He's going to face a hat trick ball from Atul with 8 pins down at 97 from 17.2 overs. It's a very dicey situation at this point, whether to hit or to just rotate strike. It's always a question that goes into any batsman going in at this stage, having lost 8 wickets. One blessing for the Bengaluru Giants team is they bat till number 11, which is actually a blessing, so that the batting lineup is not dependent on one Kumar played. There should have been some batsmen who should have taken responsibility and played through the innings, so that at least they could have reached a decent enough total to defend. We have seen
Nine at the end of 18 overs. 2 more overs to go. And that's Ashik coming up with his last over. And let's see if we can finish this in this over itself.
so Ashik into his final over. Bipin Baswaraj, who normally opens the innings for Red Bats, should be more on strike, so that it will be more easy for him to play that kind of a pace. But let's not count out Riaz. Riaz is also a tremendous player who can get the ball rolling. So it's an interesting contest. It's like a touch and go for both the teams. Either you get all out or you go loggerheads for the next 2 overs scoring 20 runs. Still a 120, still a possibility on the cards. A kick single towards Jishnu. Bipin getting off strike, giving Riaz the strike. Riaz has played 3 deliveries, just getting 1 run. So that's the 100 up for the Bengaluru Giants, which seemed unlikely if you would have seen the last 5-6 overs. But they have creeped their way into 3 figures with 11 balls to go. We are here to see to what extent will they reach. That's yet another single being added to the total. Excellent piece of fielding by Aryan. The last 10 innings of the last 10 balls of the first innings. Straight back to the bowler. That's a dot ball. That is something what the Bengaluru Giants will not want at this point. But Bipin Baswaraj has literally played a beautiful cameo so far. 21 of 18 deliveries. Last 9 balls of the innings. That's a full toss. A low full toss converted towards the deep square leg region. That's yet another single being added. The last 8 balls of the innings. Can Bengaluru Giants get the score to 120? 18 runs here on, which is not a difficult task, provided they can clear a few from here on. Excellent shot and beautifully fielded by Rizwan. That was a crisp shot from Riaz Abdullah. Last ball of the penultimate 19th over. It's a dead ball. We have two experienced umpires in the middle. Shami maybe, who recently got promoted to the elite panel of the Sharjah Cricket Council umpires grading, and Mohammad Qasim, the umpire of the year of Cricket Heroes, adjudged by Cricket Heroes last year. So that's a quick double. That's two more runs being added. That's the end of 19, 104 on the board. Last over to be bowled by Hardik. Starts off on a positive note with a dot. The last five balls of the innings, one deliveries. The last four deliveries of the Bengaluru Giants innings, bowled by Hardik Pai. That's hit straight down the ground. An excellent catch by Jishnu. That's an excellent, well judged catch by Jishnu. That's the fall of Bipin Baswaraj. He's played an excellent innings for his team, coming down the order for the field for the team scores, scoring 26 of 21 balls with one boundary and a maximum. So the last man in is the youngster Monish. So the last three balls, Monish to face Hardik. Two youngsters. It was a tough chance for a cotton bolt. Falls in no man's land and gets off strike. So Riaz on strike for the last two balls of the innings. Can he get two maximums and get the team power 120? He is 100% capable of that big hits. Let's see what he does in the next two. That's a call for two. That's missed by the bowler. They complete a double. Score on 111. A Nelson last ball of the first innings. Hardik Jurias. The last ball of the first innings to Rizwan. To Riaz. Riaz playing it over point. And that's two runs to end the innings. Bengaluru Giants finishing off their innings on 113 for the loss of 9 wickets. What seemed very unlikely, having lost too many wickets in a heap towards the beginning. The batting really having a collapse thanks to a cameo of an innings from Bipin Baswaraj and An excellent piece of batsmanship from Krishna Kumar. They have ended up with a score of 113. The bowlers have something to defend. 114 is the target that the Mysore Legends team would be chasing, and looking at the bowling for the Bengaluru Giants team, they would not be giving up so fast. With spirits high after an excellent win over IGM, let's wait for the second half. Talking about the bowlers, Rizwan bowling an excellent spell of 4 overs, 1 maiden, 2 wickets for 15 runs. Jishnu giving away 17 runs with a maiden of his 4 overs with 2 wickets. Atul giving away 20 runs with 3 wickets from his 4 overs. Hardik Pai being a touch bit expensive, 31 grabbing 2 wickets, and Ashik going wicketless from his 4 overs, giving away just 19 runs. 14 extras from the Mysore Legends team. We go into a break and we'll join you shortly for the second innings. So here we are in the chase of 113 by Mysore Legends. The two batsmen on strike is Aryan Saxena, an exciting dashing youngster. With him is a player with experience, Rizwan Sabir. Starting the bowling for the Bangalore Giants team is Krishna Prasad. Well flicked off the pads for a single towards the square leg region. They are off the mark in the second ball, chasing a modest target of 114. They have started off with a single. That's the first wicket. That's the first wicket. Down with the score at 1 in the third ball of the innings. Rizwan out for a first ball duck. Back in the pavilion. Bengaluru Giants starting off things in the right fashion that they would have wanted to. This is something what the Mysore Legends would have not wanted at this point, seeing the back of Rizwan Sabir without disturbing the score. It's 1 for 1. We are halfway into the first over of the innings. The new batsman in is Yash. So we have two youngsters in the middle at this point. The new batsman at the fall of Rizwan Sabir is Yash Sabnani. Yash Sabnani and Aryan Saxena, two of the youngsters in the middle at this time. They will have to show a lot of character against an excellent bowler who has bowled his heart out so far for the Bengaluru Giants team, Krishna Prasad. Driven straight down the ground between two fielders. An excellent piece of fielding. That's just 2 runs being added to the total. So that's 3 runs. One. Score on 4. Guided towards the third man region. A misfield by Monish, resulting in a double. We can see a lot of running from both these youngsters. They are definitely going to keep the fielders on their toes. Score on 6, last ball of the first over. On the bats, a soft appeal from the bowler, turned down by the umpire. That's the over after the completion of the first over. Score at 6 for 1, needing a further 108 from 19 overs. A thick outside edge to the third man fielder. That's yet another single being added to the total. The new bowler is Mohammad Ajmal, an experienced youngster, a well-known component with his bowling in the domestic circuit. That's an extra, and the Bangalore Giants will have to keep a check on the extra runs they give, because they are just defending a modest total of 114. That's yet another dot ball. Already 2 runs of the first 4 deliveries bowled by Ajmal. Mysore Legends on 8 for 1 at the completion of 1.4. An attempt to a short delivery left alone by Aryan Saxena. Falling short of the fielder. Just a single. So we come to the completion of the second over, score at 9 for 1. Krishna Prasad to bowl his second over. He's bowled a successful first over, picking up the wicket of Rizwan Saber. First ball hit straight to the point fielder. No run. It was a crisp hit by Aryan. 105 runs needed from 108. Hit straight down the ground. An excellent piece of fielding. That's some tremendous piece of fielding over there. No runs. A quick single, playing it between the cover, the short cover, and the point fielder for a quick single. That there the score moves on to 10 for 1 after 2.3. Krishan to Yash. Played off the front foot, an excellent shot to the boundary. Played between the gap for an excellent boundary. That's a boundary added to the score. 14 after 2.4. That's an exact 100 required here on for Mysore Legends to add 2 more points to their tally. Let's see if Red Bats Bengaluru Giants have other plans. Played straight to the cover region. No run. Last ball of the third over from Krishna Prasad to Yash Sabnani. Played onto the pads. No run. A shout for an LB. Turned down by umpire Shami maybe. That's the completion of the third over. Score at 14 for 1. Needing an exact 100 from 102 deliveries. Ajmal to Aryan. Over number 4. First ball. An excellent short pitch delivery played equally well by Aryan for a single. Score trickling on to 15 after 3.1 overs. Bengaluru Giants will have to go for wickets. Defending is a tough ask. Having to defend only 114 runs, they will have to get the early breakthroughs if they have to get Mysore Legends to the back foot. That's yet another dot ball being added to the tally. Yash Sabnani batting on 8 of 7 deliveries. Aryan Saxena 6 of 12. Partnership worth 14 of 17 deliveries. That's no runs. These both youngsters have actually put the fielders on their toes. They are running well between the wickets. That's something which the Bengaluru Giants will have to cut down on, giving away easy runs. That's 3 consecutive dots. After 3.4, Mysore Legends on 15 for 1. It's well played by the youngster. An uppercut to a short delivery to the boundary. That's 4 runs. Valuable 4 runs added to the total. We saw 3 dot balls before this. That's an excellent boundary using the pace of the bowler. The score trickling on to 19 with 1 ball to spare. So we come to the end of 4 overs. Mysore Legends on 19 for the loss of 4 wickets. Last 2 overs of the power play. Both these youngsters playing well. Yash Sabnani on 12 of 11 deliveries and Aryan Saxena on 6 of 12 deliveries. Krishna Prasad being replaced by the experienced pro who has been bowling his heart out for the team, and he has bowled some excellent spells over the recent couple of matches. Let's see if he can swish his wand and turn the tides around. An excellent start from Shanem up front, beating Aryan, all ends up. An appeal for a stumping, turned down by the umpire Qasim. And what an interesting ploy. Bangalore Giants, a very rare sight of a silly point in a T20 game. So that's a dot ball. Played off the back foot by Aryan, getting off strike with a single. Aryan, having played 15 deliveries, is just on 7, whereas Yash has been the aggressive partner so far. 12 of 11 deliveries. Captain Ryan De Souza taking out on himself of being in the silly point position. That shows his experience. A hit in the back foot. An excellent piece of running by both the batsmen. A quick single straight from the hands of the fielder. That's a hit and a costly miss from the fielder. A costly miss from the fielder. Dropping the catch and sending it out for a boundary. How expensive can this be for Bangalore Giants? That's the first boundary for Aryan Saxena by our drop catch. He gets a life. He stays to live another day. Shanib, last ball of the over to Aryan. He stop-edged it. Keep calling it. That's a miss. That's a rare miss. 2 catches dropped of 2 deliveries. That's the end of the 5th over. 25 for the loss of 1 after 5 overs. To the last over of the power play. Mysore Legends at this point need just 89 runs of 15 overs. It's just run a ball here on with 9 wickets in hand. Krishna Prasad starting over from the change of ends. Krishna Prasad starting with a change of ends. Starts off with a wide. That 26 is the score at this point. They need 88 from 15 overs. That's yet another extra being added to the total. Bangalore Giants will have to save every run here on if they have to win this encounter. Keeping in mind, Mysore Legends still have 9 wickets intact. That's a dot ball after 2 extras. Krishna Prasad to Yash. Well played by Yash. He is going at a runner ball 14. Aryan catching up to him with 11 of 17 deliveries. Score on 28 after 5.2 overs. 9 wickets intact for Mysore Legends. Krishna Prasad to Aryan. A rash shot, an inside edge. Straight to the third man, to the fine leg fielder. No runs. Krishna Prasad has been the only success of picking up the wicket of Rizwan Saber in his very first over. He's given away 14 runs so far in 2.3 overs. On the board from 5.4 overs with one ball to go. Can they finish the power play on a high? Krishna Prasad to Yash. It's a wide ball. That's a call for a wide by umpire Mohammad Qasim. That's one more run added to the tally. That's 34 for 1 after 5.5. He has to reball the last ball of the power play. So we are into the last ball of the power play. Krishna Prasad to Yash. Excellently driven towards the cover region. Fielder with some thrifty footwork pushing it over the boundary. That's a boundary. They end the power play well with 38 for 1 after 6. They're going exactly as per the required run rate. They need a further 76 from 84 deliveries. That's 14 overs. And they're well par the required run rate. And need not fear much because they still have 9 pins back in the yard. They have 9 batsmen to follow. There are 9 wickets. With the current situation of the positioning of the match, it's definitely a win for Mysore Legends. As long as they do not give away simple, silly wickets to the Bangalore Giants team. Shanib to bowl the 7th over. Mysore Legends need 76 from 84 deliveries. An excellent piece of bowling and excellent piece of fielding as well by Mohammad Ajmal. Shanib, the experienced pro, has to prove his worth in this low scoring encounter if Bangalore Giants have to win this game. Step down, tap straight towards the long on region for a single. They have converted that single into a double. That's excellent piece of running. That's the benefit of having 2 young legs in the middle. That's the effect of An easy double given away. Aryan coming back on strike and going over the cow corner for a maximum. An excellent hit over the fence. Aryan, after playing himself in, has caught up with the balls. He's going at a run. He's going at a runner ball 24, and Yash giving him company with 18 of 15 deliveries. Partnership is worth 45 of 37 deliveries. Already 8 of the over with 4 balls into the over. Last 2 deliveries to go. Player off the back foot. An excellent piece of fielding by Ajmal. He saved 2 simple boundaries in this over in that position. He is making that position his own. He stopped 2 fantastic hits from Aryan already. Dancing down the wicket. Tapped down to the mid-wicket region. Called for a double but turned down by Yash just for a single. That's the end of 7 overs. Mysore Legends on 47 for the loss of 1 wicket. Needing a further 67 of 78 deliveries. The new bowler in is Bipin Basuraj. Bipin to Aryan. A leg spinner welcomed with a shot for a maximum over extra cover. That's a tremendous shot. He has decided to cut loose. He's got his eye in. And with that, maximum brings the 50 of the innings. They're at 53 for the loss of 1 wicket. First ball being dispatched for a maximum over extra cover. Second ball to Aryan. That's a sweep. Well picked for a boundary to the backward square leg region. That's 10 runs of the first 2 deliveries from Bipin. Score moving on to 57. Mysore Legends halfway into the chase. Need only a further 57. The identical score that's there on the board at this moment. They have 75 balls to do it. That's yet another hit from Aryan. Oh, extra cover again for a boundary. That's 14 runs of 4 balls in this over. 2 balls to go. That's hit through the gap on the back foot through the point. That's yet another boundary. 18 of the over so far with 1 ball to go. Score moving on to 65 for the loss of 1 after 7.5. Aryan, after a slow start, has ricocheted to 39 from 30 balls. He's striking at a strike rate of 130 with 5 boundaries and 2 sixes. That's hit towards cover. Wide of the fielder. That's a quick double. That's 20 runs of the over. After completion of 8 overs, Mysore Legends of 67 for the loss of 1 wicket, needing 47 runs from 72 deliveries. Shanib to Yash. A quick single tap straight to the cover fielder. Shanib to the destructive Aryan Saxena, who's playing on 45 of 32 deliveries. That's tapped off the back foot towards the long on region. Call is for double. Turn down. It's just a single. Shanib to Yash. Yet again tapped down to the long on fielder for a single. Shanib having bowled 2.3 overs, giving away 18 runs and going wicketless so far. Aryan is just one hit away from a half century. He's on 46 of 33. Dancing down the wicket, hit straight down the ground for yet another single. He moves on to 47 with that single from 34 deliveries. Played to the covers. They are dealing in singles. They have got the maximum what they wanted from the previous over. Now they're just dealing in singles. And last of the ninth over, score at 72 for 1. Tapped towards the mid wicket. That's yet another single from Aryan, moving on to 48 of 35 deliveries. Yash on 21 of 18. Was the completion of 9 overs. Mysore Legends on 73 for the loss of 1 wicket. The one required from 11 overs. Aryan on 48 of 35 and Yash on 21 of 18. New bowler is Monish Gajeshwaran. Tap to the gully region. No run. Monish to Aryan. Hit of the back foot. An excellent shot. That's the half century for Aryan. He reaches the landmark of 50, playing 37 deliveries. Thumped off the back foot through the point region. That's a step out and a monstrous six. He's made his intention clear. He wants to complete the game early. He is going for it now. That's 58 of 38 balls. Monish going for 10 runs off his 3 deliveries. That's a dot ball. Step down again, adjusting well to the delivery. Misfielded by the fielder. That's another 2 runs being added to the total and 2 runs to Aryan. Aryan moving on to 60 from 40 deliveries and the score on 45 for 1 with 1 ball to go in the 10th over. He brings out the reverse sweep, played brilliantly by Aryan Saxena. Monish, a touch expensive, 16 runs off his over. Score moving on to 89 for the loss of 1 wicket in the halfway stage of the second over, of the second innings. 25 runs needed in 10 overs. Just 25 needed from 10 overs. It's Mysore Legends looking like would be a likely win to for just adding two more points to their points tally. This young brigade has done a wonderful job so far. Shanab bowling his fourth and final over, tapped for a single. Aryan has made his intentions very clear. He is picking bowler to bowler. That's hit like a bullet straight down the ground. Tidying up, done by the long on fielder just for a single. 23 needed from 58. They're cruising at a run rate of 8.8. That's yet another dot. A rare side of a dot. Played off the back foot, punch straight back to the bowler. No runs. Last two deliveries to go. Played through the point. That's a boundary, a valiant effort by Warnish. That's yet another boundary being added to the Mysore Legends tally. Score moving on to 95. They are just 19 runs adrift to a victory. So that's the end of 11 overs. Mysore Legends are 96 for the loss of one wicket. They need a further 18 runs of 9 overs with 9 wickets in hand. Both these youngsters have played out of their skins. 95 runs partnership of 63 deliveries. They're just 5 short of a 100 partnership. Hit straight to the cover fielder, no run. They just need 17 runs here on from 52 deliveries. Monish to Aryan, hit down the ground. Fielder interested and a catch taken by Bipin. So that's the wicket for Monish, drawing the final after he picks up the wicket. Monish picking up the wicket of Aryan success after a well played 65 or 44 deliveries. Now departs by a catch to the long on region. The new batter replacing Aryan is Devnath Menon. Devnath getting off the mark with a single, giving strike to Yash. 16 needed. You're on with 8 wickets in hand. Tapped off the back foot towards the long on region for a single. That's the end of the 12th over. Mysore Legends on 99. They need 15 runs from 8 overs. Bipin back into the attack. To Yash. He's completely beaten Yash. An excellent piece of glove work by the wicket keeper Rakshit. Decision on to the third umpire. A touch and go decision, not out. "15 runs needed from 47. Played to the cover region. Mysore Legends just need to do the thing without any heroics. Just singles would do for them to complete this game. That's the 100 up for Mysore Legends in 12.2. It's played off the back foot towards the mid wicket region. Call is for 2. Turned down by Dev. Just a single. Played towards a long off wide fielder for a single. It's an excellent stop by the fielder, the veteran Shanib, doing an excellent piece of work in the short cover region. Bipin to Dev. Last ball of the 13th over. Left alone, a wide called by the umpire. That's one more run added to the tally. 11 adrift to a well-deserved victory for the Mysore Legends team. These boys have put on an excellent show and well led by yet another seasoned veteran, Anup Unitan. Played off the back foot towards the wide square leg fielder. That's a boundary. That's the first boundary from Devnath's bat. He moves on to 6 from 5 deliveries. Here's Sabnani batting on 31 of 28. They just need 7 more runs from 7 overs. A run an over is the required rate as of now. Driven off the back foot by Yash. Yash moving on to 32 with that single. Giving strike to Devnath. A maximum required for the game. Monish bowling his third over. That's hit straight down the ground for a single towards the wide long on field. Tidying up done by Bipin. Just a single being added. They are just doing it in singles. They are just a boundary away from adding yet another 2 points and going to the top of the table. That's well played towards the point region for a double. 2 more runs added to the if. Into 4 balls from the 14th over, 2 balls left to go, and they're just 2 runs away. Can they complete it in this over? That's a dot ball. Driven towards the wide long off fielder for a single. Scores are level. Scores are level at the completion of 14 overs on identical scores of 113. They need 1 run of 6 overs with 8 wickets in hand. That's hit over, long off, and that's game, set, match. That's a boundary of Devnath, and they completed the match in 14.1 overs. Nothing much of a summarizing of this innings. It has been the Aryan Saxena show throughout, with ably supported by Yash Sabnani. It's been a walk in the park for the Mysore Legends team. Just quickly taking through the matches with the best performers in both the departments. Aryan Saxena with a berserking 65 of 44 deliveries. Krishna Kumar with 35 from 33 deliveries. Yash Sabnani 33 from 30 deliveries, not out. Talking about the bowlers, Atul Ravindran with 3 for 20 from his 4 overs. Mohammad Rizwan with 2 for 15 with a maiden from his 4 overs. And Jishtu Kumar 2 for 17 with a maiden from 4 overs. That's been the summary of the match, and a convincing victory for the young brigade Mysore Legends, winning comfortably by 8 wickets. Man of the match of today's game is none other than, for his excellent knock and ensuring they win convincingly, is Aryan Saxena of Mysore Legends. Thank you, and that's it from the ground. Have a nice morning and a nice day. Over and out.